Say it is kind of expected because the first submission usually gets denied, and then that's when most cases gets approved. So, but yeah, we haven't processed it yet. News for us also.
Gotcha.
Is that a distraction though at all? Like just, I mean, 'cause y'all knew there was appeals. Like, has that been a distraction for either you guys or as a team?
I don't think it's more so as a distraction. It just you just want to know what you're going with into the season, kind of. You know, we're preparing the day they're gonna play. And if they end up not playing, I feel like it will impact somewhat in one way or the other.
How much easier is your job with those two big guys? That takes a little relief
Much
off of
easier, and not just for me, for everybody. Like they're such a huge rim protectors. They lob threats and threat in the post. So
When you look at the depth of this team, how much has that helped with competitive practices and preparing you for the rigors of a Big 12 schedule?
just like having those two,
And just in general, the depth overall.
I think yeah, he coach trying to amp it up more and more and trying to increase our standard for practices and stuff like that. So I think yeah, it's gonna be really helpful. And we all know what is ahead of us, what kind of league, what kind of games, and we are preparing and we'll be ready for those.
What's been the coolest part for you this morning, taking in Big 12 Media Days?
You guys, I mean, I honestly enjoying it and answering all these questions, being goofy a little bit, taking pictures. I like all that.
John, when coach was at the podium, he's called you one of the best defensive players in the world and was very complimentary of you. What's it like to, he didn't say in the world, he said in the country. So, but what's it like having that?
This is the best basketball country, so
yeah,
in the world.
Yeah, so, yeah. But he said just that support that he has for you, and what's your relationship like with him?
Yeah, man. I mean, Coach West he's one of my favorite people in the world. So that means a lot coming from him, and I believe that he's one of the best in his craft. Like, actually, I think he's the best. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I just the way he relates to us and the distance that he'll go for us to get things done for us. Like, I haven't seen that, and it's hard for me to imagine anybody that would run through a wall for their players like he does. So, like, I really appreciate him. And as far as, him speaking on my ability, I got to credit, obviously I was blessed with like a lot of physical tools to be able to do the things that I do. But I think my high school coaches kind of helped me get into a defensive mindset. They were very defensive minded. And then Coach West is the same way. So he appreciates what I bring. And, but it's not really about me. I really do it for my team. Like, that's what they need the most out of me for. And so whatever way I can help the team, that's what I do. And, we're just going to keep trying to get better, keep chipping away at it.
You couldn't play last year, but you were at every game, road and away. You're at every, how hungry does that make you when something gets taken away that you love doing?
Yeah, it definitely starts a new fire in you. Like you said, just being out that whole year, it was very tough, mentally and physically, because I'm rehabbing and having days where my knee feels better than others. So it was just the inconsistency of that, but I think it was all good for me, man. And it was tough at times, but I think it made me a better person. I think it helped me to mature and see things about life that I wouldn't have seen otherwise. So I think it was like a tough experience at the time, but I'm grateful for it. And I'm glad God gave me another chance. I got my way to play for my 6th year in this conference, in the Big 12 conference, and playing the best conference in the country in basketball. So I'm excited.
Coach talked about earlier the quote-unquote secret scrimmage over the weekend. He said you were one of the better players on the court. How do you feel coming off of that injury, and how do you feel heading into the season, obviously coming off a season where you missed the time due to that injury?
Yeah. Man. I appreciate Coach West.
He was not one of the better ones in that scrimmage.
But I appreciate it, man. Whatever he did see, man, I appreciate it. I'm still finding my way, man. I'm still finding my way. It was my first first game playing against somebody other than my teammates, like in like about a year, you know. So I think for me, as far as like individually, my process is just about like getting back into a flow of things, getting used to the pace of a game versus the pace of practice, and just continuing to, you know, invest in my body, making sure my health is in the place that it should be. But you know, that scrimmage, it taught us a lot. It taught me a lot, you know, as an individual. I think it showed us what we can be as a team, our upside, and you know, I'm excited. It was very uplifting, actually.
What has this offseason been like for you? Obviously, you're coming off that injury. Just walk us through what this offseason was like for you.
This off season was a lot of maintenance on my body. Just continue to get my legs stronger, day by day, week by week, and kind of just trying to get back on the court and build like a physical rapport with pause. Like, I gotta pause it.
What?
Build like a rapport with my teammates again. Because you know, after being out a whole year, you kind of lose that chemistry on the floor. So I think a lot of this summer in the off season was for me just like kind of like learning how to play again. You know, because your movement sometimes you might be like timid to plant or cut. And your timing might be off in certain things. So that's kind of what my offseason was like.
You three have been here since day one. How has this offseason been different in terms of joining the Big 12, Jordan brand? How has that differed from your first two off seasons?
A lot different because I want to say the joke. It's not my joke. I went to class and I heard from professor. Since UC joined Big 12, it stands under construction now. So everything is building now, and like we don't have our locker room yet. We currently we're in a guest locker room that we used to do. Like our training room we didn't have an access to it like for a couple months. So it's like much different from that perspective. Also, the gear transition, like we're slowly trying to get rid of Under Armour and add more Jordan stuff. So that was different. But preparation standpoint, I feel like it was the same to my last year. So I'm healthy now. Keep working on keep being healthy and getting stronger in my lower body and adding some of the weapons in offense and other stuff. So.
Coach West mentioned a couple of his favorite retro Jordans. Do you guys have a preference?
I have nothing. I don't know a lot about sneakers. If they look good.
I like the ones. You can never go wrong with them. Like,
Wes says they're the OG ones.
Yeah, just the OG ones. You can never go wrong.
I like the ones, and I like the bread. Like what I got on right now. These are you can see I like them a lot.
Put them in the table, John.
You want to see, man? They low key beaters, but like. You know, the Bread 4 is a classic right here.
He really took it off.
Took
it off to show.
This is a humble flex, low key too. But yeah, I like the ones, man. I like the Bread 4s too, a whole lot. My favorites.
Thanks, God, camera doesn't translate the smell of it.
Yeah, I'm glad you can smell it.
Vic, Coach.
Talking about Jamil and Aziz, it's denied for now. It's under appeal, but if they're eligible, you know, you two have it a lot easier. He said the whole team does.
Definitely. Yeah, they're both huge additions to the team. Especially being that we played against them, which is also crazy. But huge additions to the team. Gonna bring size, athleticism, just that extra presence on the front court.
Are you ready to step up in the case that they can't?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I'm more than ready and well prepared to step up in case they don't. I mean, of course, hoping that they do. You know, it'd be nice to have the whole team, everyone. You know, being that we worked for the summer, even this early fall, been working this whole time with them. Oh shoot. But yeah. What was I saying? Yeah. In case that they don't, yes. I think me, Vic, Sage, just everyone else on the team would be more than ready enough to uplift each other and make extra push.
Vic, Coach talked about your three-point shooting ability and how it's progressed, shooting 40% in practices and scrimmages. Does that make the game of basketball more fun for you, or is that just some part of your game that you've added just to go out there?
More fun because I get excited scoring threes, but me being a perimeter a lot in off season takes away from me being in the paint now. So I'm trying to find a balance now because I'll score 2 threes a game at 6 points. If I've spent 40 minutes being in three, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I gotta find a balance of being there because I can't hurt what actually my superpower to be around the basket and like have a high field goal percentage. I can't just forget about it. And now I'm a three-point specialist. So it's much more fun to play it that way, and I feel for a team also because they can just help off me and stuff like that. So at this point, it's just about finding balance.
How much of CJ and CMOS going to help you in that area? Because those two come in and they're really sharpshooters from beyond the arc.
I want to highlight CMOS. European. I waited for one for a long time. You can laugh all you want. I was praying so we get another European. And actually, he also speaks Russian, so it's like they're helpful, and I feel like we're like close coaches. So it's talking about off the court with CMOS. So we're really like friends, and on the court, obviously, we have a lot of in common. Like I played in Lithuania before, so we knew of each other. So I think really helpful.
Your English is outstanding, you know.
Thank you.
Is it true, though, that the first word you learned was that is not a foul?
Yes. Yes, Coach Miller said it, yes. I agree with Coach. That is not a foul.
John, how would you describe Cincinnati basketball to the rest of the Big 12 and guys that fans are just getting to know y'all?
Man, blue collar hoops together, and every play. You know, we want to bring it every play. We didn't play the full 40. You know, I feel like we all, at the beginning of the year, once practice started, like, I think we all three of us really agreed that was something that we really want to take seriously, like playing the full 40, because in the past, sometimes we feel short because we played 36 minutes. Or we might play 38 or 39, you know, but our goal this year is our brand of basketball. We want to play the full 40. We want to play blue collar, play tough, play hard every single play, and just play together. Because, you know, we do that. Like, the talent will show. Like, the talent speaks for itself. It's all there. So I think it's just about everything else for us. So.
What's been your guys' biggest takeaways from an event like this day? Obviously, it's been a short time, but what's been your guys' biggest takeaway from this Big 12 Media Day so far?
People care a lot about this, about where we're at. You know, Big 12 is the best conference in basketball in the country. So, you know, I just so many media, so much media here, so much coverage. Like, for me, it's a blessing, but it's just to know that people care about what we're doing and what we have to say. You know, that's like second to none.
Vic, I heard you had a little bit of fun earlier, walking around, taking it all in. What's been some of your favorite parts here at Big 12 Media Day so far?
Favorite parts? I mean, taking that ball, Big 12 ball, was really cool to hold. What's it called?
Diamonds? Like,
yeah, it's not diamonds.
What is it called, though? Yeah, facts.
Whatever. That part was cool. Taking pictures with jerseys.
Rhinestones.
Rhinestone.
Is it rhinestone?
That's it, yeah.
Facts.
Can I answer?
My bad.
But yeah, this part, I actually like this when it's like a lot of people talking to us at the same time, like cameras. I like it. I don't know. All these cameras, yeah. I feel like I'm a president.
Odie, if Aziz and Jamil aren't able to play with you guys, how much trust do you have in Coach Miller and the staff that they'll be able to roll with those punches and kind of adjust on the fly and get you guys ready for the season?
I have more than enough trust in them. You know, I mean, it's the reason why I came to Cincinnati in the first place. You know, I trust the coaching staff, the people that I believe in as well. And yeah, I'm more than confident enough in their ability. I'm sure they're confident in their own ability to keep things going, keep things rolling, regardless of the situation.
First look at the Jordan uniforms. Obviously, you guys were the ones who modeled them out earlier. Just talk about what you guys' initial thoughts on were of those jerseys.
Nice.
Nice.
It's like an ode to back then, back when they were rocking. They had the gym rocking, everyone rocking that Jordan logo, the C-Par. So yeah.
Who has Rayfield turned into the biggest beast, or is he sitting here at this time?
You said Rayfield what?
The Monster Factory. Yeah. Mike Rayfield.
Who did he turn into the biggest monster?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of bodies have changed. I mean, it's like Sage has eaten some.
Definitely.
Which is
The biggest monster?
The biggest monster?
CJ.
I was monster at the
I ain't gonna hold. I'm gonna go Jamil.
Jamil for sure.
Jamil's a freak.
Because he lost 40?
40 pounds.
Like, that's crazy, bro.
That
In the
is
summer,
wild.
he just got here.
That is wild.
Rayfield is the
Hold on,
best
he
in the
didn't
country.
lose 40. He's 280. He was 310.
No, he lost 40.
He lost
30.
40, bro?
30 or 40.
Coach said he lost
Coach said,
45.
yeah,
45?
Yeah, that's out of pocket. Like Coach Rayfield is the best in the country.
Agree.
Like,
But let me pick on him. Let me pick on Coach Rayfield. That's my routine. Nah, I won't. We're in the media. Get me mad.
So you want to do that?
What have been your guys' opinions on the two freshmen, Rayvon, Griffith, and Jizzle James? How have they contributed to the team this offseason?
Things are really talented, and I like about them how they bring it every day. Both of them. They have bad days. Freshmen, new coaches, everything. Better players playing with them. They're learning, and they bring it every day. They have bad practice, maybe another bad, but they still trying, and eventually, I'm not saying they're bad, but they still trying to figure it out, and I like it about them because if you have those type of freshmen, they can be great players.
Vic, Coach, not to get off topic, but Coach talked about your passion for stand-up comedy, that you've even gotten behind the microphone. Is that a legitimate passion for you, or is that just kind of a hobby that you do?
And I wanted to do it this summer, but then I realized it's gonna be harder, and I decided to restart my YouTube channel. Everybody will see it soon.
Gotcha. Who's your favorite comedian?
In America, I said Dave Chappelle and Bill Burr.
What's the YouTube? Is it Laughs with Lahkin or what?
Lahkin Entertainment. They got like 90 subscribers right now, but I haven't uploaded anything in like a couple of years. So it'll blow up.
Speaking of the freshmen, Coach Miller emphasized that Jizzle kind of has a similar mindset as David DeJulius. He's in the gym early. He's one of those guys you kind of have to drag him out of the gym. Do you guys see the resemblance there between the two guards? Obviously, you guys played quite a bit of ball with a guy like David.
Right. As in, like, in their games, or
just like the work ethic, having to like always be in the gym kind of aspect.
yeah. No, I definitely see it. And Rayvon, like you said, like, they're always in the gym. He's in there before practice. He goes hard during practice. Gets shots up after practice. You know what I mean? Like, he's always in the gym. He's always working. And like Vic said, that can only be like a recipe for success down the line.
You guys are all three older guys. How much have you seen the college game change during your careers when you look at the addition of NIL, the transfer portal? How much has it changed in that aspect?
Dramatic. Go ahead.
Dramatic changes. Man, it's changed a lot. I think the game itself has changed a lot. You know, it's, even from like I came in 2018. I know, bro.
Previous decade.
Nah, like the game is changed, man. People are shooting a lot more threes, man. And man, I think it looks. So I think the playing field is a lot more even now. I think because like high schoolers have the opportunity to either like the Miller Ball going overseas or whatever. Like he's like a trailblazer for that. And high schoolers having the opportunity to play in programs like the overtime thing and then go pro, or like do something like they're different ventures. So I kind of think that's why you see like the NCAA tournament looks a lot different now than it has before, where like the teams are like, I don't want to say any team specifically, but it's just like the playing field is more even. Like you see a lot smaller teams getting bigger wins, or you see like the teams that you're used to seeing win a lot it's not as consistent these days, because those kind of like ready-made guys aren't going to those schools. They might be going somewhere else because it's a different NIL opportunity, or it's a different opportunity as far as like for their playing career. So I think it's good for the game though, because it makes the game better. It makes the quality of basketball better. But yeah, I think that's the way it's changed.
You mentioned the NCAA tournament there a little bit. Does it come to your guys' mind to think 3 of the last 4 seasons there has been teams from this conference playing for a national championship? Have you guys really thought about that aspect yet?
I figured, but I didn't think about it.
I didn't really think about it either. But I mean, I guess that comes with like the Big 12, the best basketball conference in America. Like, you can expect that someone from this conference would be playing at the highest stage possible. But it never really like dawned on me like, wow.
I mean, it's the best basketball conference in the country for a reason. Right? So that makes sense. You know, that makes sense.
How much does having a staff like Drew Adams, Wes Miller, Coach Morgan, Coach Dollar, how much does that help with your preparation for this upcoming season?
think each of them adds something unique to the program, to the teaching. Like Coach Dollar, I feel like is really good at finding the personal approach to a player. Whether it's Coach Drew is more maybe just pointing some detail throughout the practice, or Coach Morgan just keeps you motivated, I would say, or keeps you focused all the time. So I think every single coach has something to them that altogether it just creates a really complete kind of coaching staff. And yeah, obviously it's really helps.
I was talking to Coach Katrina Merriweather yesterday for the women's side of things. She really emphasized on how it was important to start the season here at T-Mobile Arena and then have the opportunity to finish it here in March. Just talk about that aspect a little bit for you guys.
I haven't thought about it, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
Cool way to phrase it.
Yeah, that's dope. Man, that's the goal. That's the goal, man. And then on from that, go and play somewhere in the NCAA tournament. You know, that's our goal, and that's kind of what we work every day for. Kind of in the back of our minds, you know, because you can't just think so far ahead, you'll get lost. But the idea is just to get lost in it, like where you are right now. So, but that's definitely a good perspective, like something to think about.
And Vic, you mentioned your YouTube channel. Have you reached out to a guy and former teammate Mamadou Diarra and talk about how to get that comedy show
So
back
my
on?
first year, it's a video that never been published, and he has it actually. My first year, if you remember, he was doing his Mamadou Cook or
the cooking
Chief,
show.
whatever. He offered me because I told him I was doing my Russian YouTube channel. He was like, let's do it, and we did it actually. He just never ended up uploading it. So I guess I did reach out to him 3 years ago, but now it's just my product.
I thought I saw he posted that he was thinking about releasing that video on social media a while back. Have you guys
Really?
reached out back to him? And
I don't follow him anymore.
That's crazy. You're fake, bro. Big is fake, man. That's so wild, bro.
I just didn't see.
That's wild. He said once you leave, you leave the school, you leave my life type thing. That's wild.
Anything else for these guys?
And Coach Miller talked about you guys and the upperclassmen kind of leading the younger group along. You talked about like the Cincinnati way and the culture. What does that mean to teach the younger guys? What is the Cincinnati way? What is that culture that you guys have instilled in this program?
I'd say it always goes back to like what coach mentions in practice. We care, we work, we respond,
We fight.
and we fight.
Right here on the wristband.
Exactly. Zooming on the wristband. But as long as we take those principles and we implement them every single day, not just in practice, but just like how we carry ourselves off the court as well, it sets an example for, not just the freshmen, but like, the newcomers as well. Like, okay, so this is how Cincinnati, like, this is how they do it in Cincinnati. This is how they act, this is how they respond, everything. And yeah, it's a recipe for success.
What's your message to Bearcats fans? Obviously, just about 3 weeks away from the home opener. Just what's your guys' message to the fans ahead of that homecoming or home opener?
He said, and pass it to me.
Man, I want you to speak, bro. You speak for the people, bro.
Message. Headband Big's gonna be back. All the fun environment is gonna be back. I'm excited to see y'all, and let's go Bearcats.
Good cats.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.